Please let us all stand and we will go into prayer. Blaze, can you please lead a prayer? Angel of God, our guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here, ever this day be at my side, to light and guard, to lure and guide. Amen. Good morning, class! Again. Good morning, class! Before you take your seats, kindly look under your chairs. If there are pieces of trash, kindly throw it in the garbage bag at the back of our classroom. Miss Secretary, Mika, do we have absent for today? I am glad that there is no absent for today. Give yourselves a yes clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes! So, let's talk about our past lesson. What was our past lesson? Anyone? Yes, Chester. What was our past lesson? Can you please share your thoughts about our past lesson? Very good. Let's give Chester a magnifico clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Magnifico! Now, let's have a game. But wait. Do you want to play a game? Yes? Great. Our game is called 4 Picks, 1 Word. You are going to guess what the 4 pictures say and then state that 1 word. So, let's give it a try. For the first pictures, yes, it is flowers. So now, are you ready? I can hear you. Are you ready? Okay, so let's begin. For number 1. Yes, it is fiction. For number 2. Yes, drama. And for number 3, non-fiction. Okay, for the number 4, yes, folktale. And for the last number, 5, correct, poetry. And that will be our lesson for today about poetry, the 4 types of poetry. Please share your thoughts or knowledge about poetry. Yes? Okay. Poetry is a literary work in which special intensity is given to the expression of feelings and ideas by the use of distinctive style and rhythm. Poems collectively or as a genre of literature. So if poetry is the use of words and language of the writer's feelings to share his thoughts and feelings, what is poem? Yes. Okay. Poem is a piece of writing in which the words are chosen for their beauty and sound and are specifically and carefully arranged, often in short lines, that is rhyming. So, where do you see or where can you read poetry? Yes, poetry can be seen or read in our everyday lives. Through imagination and creativity, poetry gives us a better understanding and knowledge about the world we live today. Now let's move on to the four types of poetry. These four are the major types of poetry. Number 1, free verse. Free verse is a non-metrical, non-rhyming lines that closely follow the natural rhythms of speech. A regular pattern of sound or rhythm may emerge in free verse lines, but the poet does not adhere to a numerical or metrical plan in their composition. Example of free verse poem: Fog by Carl Sandburg. The fog comes on a little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city, on silent hunches, and then moves on. Number 2, haiku is a Japanese poetic form that consists of 3 lines with 5 syllables on the first line, 7 in the second, and 5 in the third line. Example of haiku poem: The Old Pond by Matsuo Basho. An old silent pond. A frog jumps into the pond. Splash! Silence again. And for the number 3, limerick. A kind of humorous verse of 5 lines in which the first, second, and fifth lines rhyme with each other, and the third and fourth lines, which are shorter, form a rhymed couplet. Example of limerick poem: There was an old man with a beard by Edward Lear. There was an old man with a beard who said, "It is just as I feared. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren, have all built their nests in my beard." Number 4, sonnet is a poem generally structured in the form of 14 lines, usually iambic pentameter, that expresses a thought or idea and utilizes an established rhyme scheme. Example of sonnet poem: I pray you, if you love me, bear my joy, by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I pray you, if you love me, bear my joy, a little while, or let me weep your tears. I, too, have seen the quavering fate destroy your destiny's bright spinning the dull shears. Let us go forth together to the spring. Love must be this, if it be anything. If you're going to write a poem, what type of poetry are you going to choose and why? Yes, Mikey. Yes, I agree. If I am going to write a poem too, I will choose free verse, because free verse is easy for me, because you're just going to write whatever you like without rules and without thinking about the rhyming words. Okay, so now for our activity, let's have guessing game. I will show you different poems and you're going to analyze it and guess on what type of poetry it is. Class, did you enjoy the game? I am glad that you enjoyed our guessing game. And for our assessment, please get one whole sheet of paper and define the four types of poetry. And choose one type of poetry and then write a poem. Okay. Pass the papers. Thanks. And for our assignment, browse on the internet about the other types of poetry. Any questions about our topic for today? There is none. So goodbye, class. Goodbye.